Hi everybody. Well, I was up at 5 a.m. in Southampton because I had to travel back. And the current time here, I was up at 6 a.m. in Canada. Remember, there's a 5-hour difference. It's actually earlier here in Canada, which means 6 o'clock is like 11 o'clock there. So I've been basically up now since way too long. So yeah, we had a really nice excursion. We went out to stop at some areas on the way. My flight didn't leave till 6 o'clock at night. I get off the ship at 7:30 in the morning. We had a cruise ship excursion. We went out and did Stonehenge and visited that area. Really nice. It passed some time. Got there, said goodbye to Tony, and he was off. He had another day he's going to spend with Emma today, and going to have some fun there. I wish I could have stayed, but I have just way too much now, as you probably have heard, going on. And one of the things that I had going on, well, first of all, hey, did my flight have any delays? Of course it did. Of course, if you're flying with me, you're going to have delays, folks. Now, the first flight wasn't bad. We got stuck behind some planes in London, and so we didn't take off when we were supposed to, but we made up the time over in the air, which wasn't bad. I had really good service on Air Canada, by the way. It was a really good flight. I got some rest. I was upgraded when I bid for my upgrade from premium economy to business class, which was nice. Got to lie down. That went really, really well. And then we arrived in Toronto. And on our way into Toronto, the pilot goes, well, the current temperature is this, and they're expecting some thunder showers and thunderstorm arriving in about an hour, hour and a half after we land. Well, that's great, because my flight is taking off in 3 hours after I land. And I walk in, and the very first thing I see when I look up is delays. All down the whole board. Delay, 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 delay. Well, luckily, I went up to the Air Canada lounge. I was able to relax a little bit there. It was full. Had to find a way in the corner someplace for a while. Actually sitting on a windowsill for a little while till a chair cleared up for about an hour. But then my messages started coming through on the Air Canada app saying, flight delayed, flight delayed, flight delayed. Long story short, I finally arrived in Ottawa at 2 a.m. in the morning after traveling and flying since 7 a.m. the previous day, which technically, if you go by Ottawa time, would mean it's 2 a.m. to 2 a.m. 24 hours. I lied down. I did not sleep, but I was able to close my eyes. At least that was there. But I definitely did not sleep. I was watching some movies and had my headset on as I tried to just block out the sound. But yeah, got my luggage, picked up my car, drove home 3:30 in the morning by the time my luggage came off and I drove out to my place. And I had to get up early this morning. First of all, have to make my videos today. That's my job. Had to check all the emails that I haven't been able to get to because I've been on a ship with really bad Wi-Fi. And then my nephew has lined up houses for me to see starting at 9 o'clock this morning. So there wasn't a whole lot of use. So basically I came home, I made myself a little snack, and then I showered, and then I sat down at the computer and started working. And so I'm going to go and I'm going to see some houses, check that part off my list, and then I'm going to come home and I'm going to crawl into bed and probably wake up around 9:30 tomorrow night. If I'm lucky, because my eyes are I'm just dead tired. Like my eyes hurt right now that they are so tired. But there are things to do. I'm only in town. Today's Wednesday. I fly out Sunday again, and I cannot miss this one. It's something that our travel agency is doing. It's our award ceremony and training sessions as well. It's like a a business insider things. I get to meet a lot of the cruise industry representatives that I might not normally get to meet. I'm hoping to meet with Region 7 Seas, and I'm hoping to meet with Viking, and I'm hoping to meet with Virgin Cruise Line. Hoping to meet with all the ones that I don't normally travel on, and I get some information on them, and maybe they'll talk me into saying, hey, come on and visit. Let's go, and here's some itineraries you may like. And I'll book some of those cruise ships and be able to show you what those are as well. But as you know, I'm here in town right now. I haven't nothing scheduled now until September, which is a long time for me. But I have some surgery scheduled to come up at some point, so I have to make sure that I'm here for that, because I don't know how long the recovery is. The doctors say some people are Zoom, no problem, you're done, but you're usually in the hospital about 7 days for this surgery. So that's a long time in the hospital for me. I'm normally in and out. I don't, I'm usually recovered, and I go through surgeries pretty well, but I'm getting older now. I'm 60. My last surgery, I was 56. 57. Yeah, 57. So 3 years and a little older now, a little slower, a little bigger. So we'll see how that goes. But all in all, I'm still awake. Had a nice trip. Got a lot of bad news on my trip with my stepdad and my house and things like that. And I hope I didn't bring my travel partners down. J and D from Perry DJ and Tony. I hope I didn't bring them down on that trip. I tried to be as upbeat and as I could, and I hope everybody out there, when I met you on the ship, I hope I was coming across as being in a good mood and happy, and because a lot of people were giving me condolences on board as well, which I did appreciate. I even had the restaurant food and beverage manager on Princess call me up in my stateroom to give me condolences. How nice was that on board? Because he watches my videos on a regular basis, he said, which was really nice of him. And I got to see the captain again, Timothy, and met him a few times now on the Regal. I like the Regal. So yeah, all in all, it was a successful trip with some side things that just didn't go my way. But hey, it is what it is. I'm home now, and now I can deal with my issues and look after my family and myself while I'm at it, I guess.